This is going to be quick and dirty. You're not going to be watching this for an hour, okay? Super quick. Here we go. Now, first thing you want to do, get yourself acquainted to what this is. We use Davinci Resolve, but you can use anything you want. I found that using anything Adobe crashed my computer, and this works. It's free. It's incredibly powerful. Link in the description. Now, you look down here, you see all these tabs, right? These are just different ways to handle whatever media you're going to put in here. You look up here, you see media pool, right? You click here, boom, effects tab. You can change all sorts of cool stuff here, right? This is how you put all the cool like pre-made titles and stuff into things, right? You have effects here. Fairlight is what they use for audio, and you can go here to a sound library if you have like a VFX installed. Edit index actually tracks all your changes here, which is really good if you know what you're doing. I never know. I don't know what that means, so I don't mess with that too much. What we're looking over here for though, we want to make sure you got the mixer here so you can get your audio levels good. Metadata, I never use this. I don't know what that's for, but one thing you're going to always want to use and know where it is the inspector. This right here is actually how you're going to be able to manipulate anything you put up here, essentially, okay? It will allow you to manipulate a lot of things and also gives you information about it. So it's very, very important. And then you also have to know that you're only going to see stuff if it's highlighted here, okay? Like you click here, you're going to get rid of some stuff, right? Click here, you get rid of it. Click here, you add that, right? Click it again, you get rid of it. So if you want some more real estate, you can get rid of this stuff. And I'll almost always have media pool here open. But this isn't really important for me. I just end up clicking this, dragging stuff in, and then I leave it alone. Like it's like I don't even pay attention to the size until I need them. So just keep that in mind, right? Whatever you have, like if you have a preconceived notion of how you think you might do something, try it out. It may or may not be what you need. This is something that we put in, you know, pretty much every video that we have. It's just the basic watermark we have, right? You see the picture here, we got a little pangolin dude and he's chilling, right? If you look down here, you can see that we have video up here and there's no audio, but we have audio tracks. The way I have this set up is that when I drag anything down here, it automatically creates at least one audio track. I changed it to do 2. And that's because I was actually recording voiceovers for a while, and it was a lot easier for me to just add the track immediately when I dragged it in. But if yours doesn't look like that, you don't need to really worry about it. Okay, so we brought this in here, right? So now this right here is just a picture, okay? There is no actual video. There's no audio, but this is how Davinci handles it, okay? If it's not audio, it's video. Now, one thing you gotta understand. Does not matter what it looks like here, okay? Because what I used to do is, I'll bring this down real quick, okay? We're gonna bring in some audio. You see the sound, you see the waveform. I'm gonna show you how we handle that. I got a video, okay? Now I'm gonna delete this just temporarily just to make it a little bit easier for us, all right? Now, you look here, I'm gonna delete empty tracks now that we don't need it. Now, if you look, we have the audio swapped, okay? You have V1 and audio 1 do not match. You have audio 2 and V1 that should be together. You can swap that if you want, but the thing is, I'm not going to use any audio from this video. We're just going to do quick and dirty, basic high school level, you know, music video trailer, okay? So that said, I'm getting rid of this. So now we only have 2 tracks to worry about. Video, audio. Now, here's what I end up doing. This is the first thing I do. I go to Fairlight page, which is right here. The Fairlight, you see a little musical note? This is how they handle all the audio, and it is audio specific, okay? You don't get to mess with any video here. You see the video line? That's only there just for reference, okay? You also see the video scroller so that you can get an idea of where you are in the video with the audio, okay? It's actually really, really powerful, really helpful. Also, check over here. You'll see meters, right? You'll see the mixer. What you want to do is just make sure that you cut this down until you don't get any peaking. So let's try it out real quick. Here we go. Alright, you see how we're peaking? That's gonna suck. Let's turn that down. It's better. That's better. Alright, cool. That's probably right about where we want to be. Well, let me go a little lower. There we go. Really don't want to go in the red at all. All right, so we got that set, right? So what I'm going to end up doing, I might end up speeding this up here, okay? But I'll show you really quick. I will just listen to the song, and then I'll actually hit a marker, okay? A marker is literally just that. What I'll end up doing is, on your keyboard, you can press M, or you can actually bind it to whatever it is, but default is M for marker, right? So what happens is, I'll go ahead and play this. Oh shit, hold on. All right, here. Right, so what happens, we'll click this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So here's what I ended up doing, right? I ended up marking where I thought might be, you know, decent beat, you know, some that I could see being a good way to transition from one scene to the next, right? But keep in mind, this is not even close to perfect, okay? What we end up having to do is I'll slide these a little bit as we're kind of going along, right? And the reason why I like using markers is because it snaps the playhead right to it, okay? You get within, like, I think it's like 8 or 10 pixels, you can change that to. It'll get you right where you, now see here, we're not, because we're dead in the middle, right? But if we get to like here, like it'll actually kind of get you really close. It's actually nice, but I'll show you when we bring in footage. Watch this. Let's get an idea what we're working with here. I'm gonna get rid of this media pool because we're not gonna need anything from there for a while, right? I think this might be a little bit easier for me to show you what's going on here. What I'll end up doing, now this is the boring part, is I have to scrub this entire section of video, right? So while this is 90, this is 60 seconds, right? All this is 4 hours plus, you know, like, let's see if we can see the whole thing here. Yeah, 4 hours plus, right? Not very fun, but this is how it works. This is why it takes forever. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm gonna cut all this crap out. You don't want to see this, okay? But what I'm going to do is just go through and find, you know, probably cut this back down to like 30 minutes worth of highlights, okay? And then from there, I'm going to show you how I choose which pieces to put where and why. All right. So I'll speed this up and I'll be right back. Here's a pretty common example of how we match one clip to another clip. Using common animations is very, very easy. It does take some time though, because you want to go ahead and make sure that you get at least 1 or 2 frames directly adjacent to each other to make it look the best. Sometimes it doesn't always work that way. I think that some of the animations get cut short depending on what's going on in the actual footage, or excuse me, on the actual gameplay. But for the most part, you can see right here, we're actually trying to go ahead and we're matching it up frame by frame and on beat, which takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it. Here you'll see the deliver page. This is where you're actually going to make your final settings. In the left-hand side, you'll see us go ahead and make sure we get the same frame rate we need. We're going to pick the file location, file type, and add it to the render queue. And once it's in the render queue, we just wait for it to get rendered, and you have a final product. Then you can play your trailer. Next, we're going to show you the trailer that we actually made during this video. Thanks very much for watching our first ever how-to video. Hopefully you can make your own shitty trailer here pretty soon. If not, be sure to look up some reel editors and actually learn how to use Davinci. It's super powerful and very fun to use once you get used to it. Thanks again for watching. If you found anything useful in this video, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. It really helps the channel out. Thanks for watching, be well, and happy farming.